Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
Chantel is not happy with me, guys, which I feel like is a reoccurrence.
Oh, really?
She was, let me read you guys her raging text message to me that was all in caps lock. So let me just go to it. And she's like, hello, you're lucky I gave you 48 minutes extra. The fuck? That's what she, and I'm sorry that I swore, but that's literally what she said to me because, we told you last week we love that Orange County comes on at 8, but also like, I have a 4 and 3-year-old that don't like to sleep. So I have that, and my husband was working and all this good stuff. So I was trying to navigate it all. And I had called her in the middle of Orange County and she's like, where are you? And I
Yeah,
was
because I
like,
hear car keys and I'm like, this girl's not watching. It's like, I'm getting food.
yeah, I was like, I'm getting food, I'm getting salad. And she was like, are you joking? She's like, well, let me finish. Go home and watch the show. Because Chantel is not messing around today. So we are gonna talk Salt Lake City and Orange County. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the love on my pregnancy. I was like, should we do again, we talked about it. Should we do a video about it or a podcast episode? And Chantal said, yeah, and we did. And you guys have given me so much love. And the cutest thing happened. So the owners behind Pink Blush Maternity, which is like a huge, huge clothing online shop, it's where I got majority of my clothes from when I was pregnant with my first Charlie. They reached out. They said the sweetest thing about our podcast, and they said we're such big fans of you, and we would love to dress you for BravoCon. And I don't know, I just thought it was so nice. How nice was that, Chantal? I
No,
sent
that
it
is
to you. I was
so
like,
nice. I'm not pregnant. Can I get some clothes though?
I mean, it's a pregnant,
I
yeah.
know, but I saw some things. There's like some jackets I can wear. You don't need to have
I
a belly to
know.
wear a jacket.
Well, so I sent her it and I sent her what they said. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I got so many of my clothes here for Charlie." And I was like, "I'm going to look later on tonight," which I haven't had a chance. And she was like, she starts sending me things. She's like, "You should get this for her." I'm like, "Can you not?" But anyways, that was you guys have just said the nicest things and we appreciate it so much. And I just thought it was nice. And I just had to say thank you guys. And yeah, we will keep you updated on how I'm feeling. I'm feeling completely fine. But, anyways, all right, Chantel, are you ready to get talking to the show, or do you have anything else you want to cover or say?
No, I'm good. Let's get started.
Okay, yep, she wants this to be ending, so let's let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with Salt Lake City. So at first I was defending Heather when she was leaking puke, but after rewinding it 100 times, when she was in that sprinter bus or whatever it was, that was definitely pee.
Oh my God, you really think so? Even though she told you it was puke?
Well, so on Watch What Happens Live, I watched it after, and she said, I really did think that it was seeping through the bag, but then I realized that it really was pee. Like, she admitted it. So and I thought about it because I was like, "Wait, it's really not even coming out of the bag, and it's so clear liquid, and when you're throwing up, you don't throw up, like, completely clear liquid." I mean, maybe you do if you drink just that, but it didn't it looked like she was peeing. It looked like it was coming down from there.
I just can't handle any sounds or like watching people do that. So like I didn't even pay attention and like I probably like
Yeah,
fast forward that scene. I cannot do that.
yeah. It was definitely leaking from her pee hole, just saying, but anyways, so the next
That's
day
how drunk
yeah.
can you be?
I
Wow.
know. I mean, Chanel, you acted like you've never been there, but there's been times where like people are throwing up and peeing or doing the other at the same time. So,
Yeah, but in a toilet because like you're like making yourself.
yeah, right. Not like like no matter what, I would
Yeah,
never.
never.
Like even like just I would have so much like self-awareness that even if I was so drunk, I would just know that there's cameras on me and that I have to get the hell out of here and go to a bathroom and just faint. Like I would know that.
I feel like last week I was talking shit. We were telling our stories and like then this past weekend I threw up and I'm so mad because I haven't thrown up in a long time from drinking.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I don't think I even remember you telling me you threw up.
Yeah, I threw up. But it's
Ew.
because I drink so much and it was like and I was
You didn't
mixing.
eat. Oh, yeah,
No, I,
that's
I
the worst.
ate.
Yeah, that's the worst. You, definitely can't handle your liquor. I'm just kidding.
Oh, really?
Just kidding, yeah. Poor
You
girl.
can't. You act cuckoo.
No, I don't. I really don't. I go to sleep. That's what
No, no, you act
happens.
wild.
No, I literally just go to sleep, and that's
No.
all. It's okay. Anyways, we're not gonna debate this. Okay, so Whitney, so the next morning, Whitney's like dead ass eating pizza for breakfast. I'm
Okay, and
like,
then Meredith was eating caviar.
ew, yeah. And like, I don't get this whole caviar thing. I know it's like for rich people, but no, I'm just not into it and does not look good or something I would ever want to eat for breakfast. I want to eat scrambled eggs with turkey bacon for breakfast. Like, that's what I want to eat.
Yum.
So Whitney and Lisa recap the night before, and Lisa doesn't want to step backwards. And Meredith, on the other hand, she thinks Monica, and I still like Monica, but I don't like how quick Monica was able to throw her friend under the bus. I don't think I liked Monica this episode at all.
Yeah, she was really bothering me this
Oh
episode for
my
sure.
gosh. I really don't think Angie did anything that questionable for Monica to be so shook by her. Like, she was acting so appalled by Angie's behavior.
And, like, it's almost to this point where she's, like, kissing Meredith's ass, and it's like, you don't even
Yes.
know her, so why
Oh
are
my
you, like, saying
gosh.
you don't agree, and she's giving all these adjectives. It was just weird.
That's a problem with people who, like, watch the show before. They wanna pick a side, and I just hate that, and it's so not authentic, and I literally can't stand it. So, they're going to some trust exercise, and Angie walks in, and she what did her shirt say? Was it "All trim, no trust"?
Yeah, it was just didn't land, so it's like, "Angie, stop it."
I thought it landed. I thought that was funny and
No,
creative.
I didn't. That was too much.
But Chantal, they were all wearing shirts, and she didn't get her one, so she found one, literally, like, m copied it, made her own saying, and then at the back put her name, just like the shirts Meredith put out.
I know, but,
So
like, it's like you shoulda just pretended you shoulda just did the same ones that they had so you can, like, you're showing a message that you wanna fit in, not like you're
oh
coming
my
at
god.
them.
What? Okay, anyways, no, I
Yeah, like,
don't
do the same message they had. And
no.
she's like, "Since I was left out, I made my own shirt."
Yeah, and that's exactly what she did, but she just had a different message to,
Yeah, and it
like,
was, like, basically
create
saying she doesn't
it.
trust these hoes.
Yeah, and I don't blame her.
No, I don't
I
like
don't
her.
I know, like, there are people who don't. I don't mind her. Of course, Mary is not participating in this exercise, and she says she's not ready to take the next step or participate, so she stays back in the bus. But I'm like, I'm, I'm just shook she came. I totally get it, and they don't deserve her. But, because I mean, they did accuse her of some crazy things. They accused her church of being corrupt. I'm sure we have too in the past. I don't even know. They accused her husband or the grandpa of being a predator. And so obviously she's having a hard time, which I'm like wondering how Bravo even got her to come back.
I know, that's what I'm confused about, is, like, what are you doing in this show right now? Like, why did you wanna come back?
Right.
Like, what was your motive? Did you wanna have did you have fun the first time and now you wanna have fun again? Like, that's where I get confused with her, but to me, it's like, just be a good sport and just go out. Like, you can't sit out on everything.
Right. No, for sure. Meredith had Roe after the episode. She said, "Take what you can get. It's okay that Mary wants to take baby steps with building trust in this group, especially after what she's been through with everyone here." So she did have her back. And another Twitter account, Cindy St. Valen, I don't know how to say her last name. I'm sorry, but she wrote, "Mary is not a confessional warrior. She tells them straight to their faces. She's not scared of them. She is authentic. She doesn't play for the camera, and she definitely can read these women like no other. And that's something you guys can't take. Well, guess what? She's here to stay." And then I like understood her perspective as well.
Yeah, I get it a little bit, but I think sometimes it's like she is almost too like blunt where it's like no, maybe they are trying or they do want to make you fit in and then you're just like no, don't talk to me. And it's like, "Whoa, okay, Mary."
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I would be so scared of her. I'm
Yes, like
so
that's the feeling. It's
terrified.
like you come so no one wants to come talk to you because of how like you act
Right.
sometimes.
Don't you think that Mary is so bored just waiting around? I mean, I didn't even see her phone on her. I would be
Yeah.
dying. I would die.
The flashbacks, though, I think I forgot if this was a flashback scenes, but the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has such good production, like or the way they edit it, it was so funny to me how they just
Yeah.
kept showing things back and forth.
The activity with Meredith was it was like blah, I don't know. I don't really care to talk about like the actual activity. But when they come back, Meredith does tell Mary, "I would have loved to see you participate." And then Lisa chimes in, and she didn't want to hear from Lisa. She didn't want to hear from Whitney. She called her, what did she call Whitney? Missy? She was like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I died at Mary's confessional. I mean, I died at everything that she was saying. I
It's
mean,
like, "Mary, you're intimidating." Like
yeah, oh my gosh, she literally mocked her. It was so funny. I mean, again, I can see both sides. Like the girls are saying something valid. Mary doesn't want to be there. But then I also see Mary's side where she's like, I don't F with you. But it's like, well, I don't know if you should
You're
be
on
here
the show.
though.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
same time, it's like, okay, but you have to participate somehow.
It's so funny because my cousin texted Chantel and I in a group, and she was like, "I cannot stand Mary's ass. Like, why is she there?" But again, I just don't think people understand how hurt she actually is because, like, of her tough person. I don't know. She's just so tough and she's so scary to approach.
I think she's perfect for the show, though, so
So funny.
I still like her right
Yeah,
now.
I want it. But you know what that person said on Twitter was so true. Like, she doesn't just say shit in her confessional; she says it all to your face, and it's like,
Yeah.
damn. Yeah. They're all having lunch and they ask Meredith what their plan is. And it's pretty clear Meredith had nothing planned. So Whitney takes over and she says they're going to do a drag makeover competition. And Meredith, you could tell she's seeing red because it was her trip. So I can understand that because these girls take this trip stuff so seriously.
They really do. Even though we've known that, like, Bravo does most of it, they literally like, "I'm so glad you had fun on my trip. Like, my trip,
Yeah.
I make the best trips." We're like, "Well, okay."
Yeah. They don't pay for anything. So Lisa, she flew out glam, and this is the second time she has no control of what she wears or her makeup. And honestly, okay, I people are probably going to disagree with me here. I don't blame her. I feel like Whitney or Meredith should have said, "Hey, we're going to have some things that we do. Don't fly out your glam." And am I wrong that I don't think Lisa's wrong? Like Monica she's being so much this episode. She's like, "Get over it." She calls Lisa privileged. But here's my thing. She dead ass spent 2,500 to bring someone out and is annoyed that she paid for someone to come and she can't even use them. If I paid that much, I would be so livid. I don't care how much money I had. If I was the richest person, the people say rich because they're typically smart with their money. And I know a lot of people won't say will say, well, then why is she using glam? If it makes her feel good, and if she rather do glam than fillers and Botox and all that stuff, which she really doesn't do, and it's quite obvious she doesn't, which I actually respect that about her. And if she wants to bring glam because it makes her feel good, because we will critique the shit out of her, and that's what this world is. We'll all critique her on the show. Then let her bring glam. And I am someone who I don't know how to get my makeup done. Like I am scared of BravoCon because I always get my makeup done. I don't know how to do it. Chantel does her makeup flawless. So if I flied someone out and I wasn't able to use them, I would be extremely annoyed.
I know, but it was she could have easily just told her makeup artist, like, make me look like drag." And then, like, just been so spirited about it. She didn't have to cause this whole commotion and scene and start crying, like, it's not that deep. And
I
in my
don't know.
experience,
I
people
agree
who
with
have to
her.
constantly talk about their money, they clearly don't have money or they're scared that it's gonna go because there's something shady happening. You don't have to constantly talk about it.
But
"I
I
spent
don't think I just
65,000 on my glam." Congratulations.
right. But I think that she's owning it. Like she's like, this is who I am. If you don't like it, I don't give a crap. Like
But
that's
then
who.
she's acting scared. It's like, "No, just go in and be like, 'I'm using my glam, get over it, you guys.'" And, like, she's, like, having to, like she's hyperventilating, like, it was weird.
Because
Her
she's
her
trying to
reaction
be
was
a team.
weird.
I don't think so. She's trying to be a team player. She's over it. Yesterday she was humiliated and then she tried to be the team player. Today she just wants to like use her glam and then they put this on her and she's like, "Great. Now I'm going to get shitted on because I just want to use my glam." I really truly could see her side and I would just be so annoyed because that's a lot of money whether you're rich or not to bring someone out. Like any rich person would be annoyed.
I don't think it's wrong that she wanted to use her glam. I just think her reaction to it is just, like, so over the top.
Yeah, I guess she could have just used it and been like, "Sorry, like this is how
Just
what
like
I
how she
did."
did, she came out and, like, guess what? 4 of the other people didn't even dress up either, you know? Like,
Right,
or
yeah.
so it shouldn't have looked that bad. It's not like everyone was you know for sure Mary wasn't gonna come out in drag, so it's like,
I
who
know.
cares?
Even like if you just think about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they take this so seriously. Like they take their look, their outfits, their makeup so seriously. So it's
I mean,
just I
even
can
the
see
I mean, even when they woke up and they're eating, like, even, Whitney, when we saw Winnie and, what's her name?
I don't know.
Lisa. When we saw
Oh,
Winnie and Lisa in the morning, they had full glam on, so they already, like, used their glam that morning. It's like they can't
yeah.
step aside for 1 second without their glam. It's really scary.
When you look good, you feel good though. And if that's what
I
makes them feel
know,
good, then it is what it is.
but I feel like
Uh
Beverly Hills people, they just know how to make it look natural, where theirs is just, like, so much.
yeah. especially Whitney, because Whitney has, like, that fair complexion, so when she wears makeup and then she has the blonde hair, it looks so much heavier just because I don't know, I just
Yeah.
feel like, yeah. Anyway, so they do the runway show and Meredith walks out and I died because I was like, what was that? And they you know what? They really did Lisa wrong though when they showed her getting her makeup done with the bad lighting. You can tell it was such a bad lighting, such a bad angle, such a bad photo. And I was like, that's so messed up. Do you know what I'm talking about?
In the
It's like all
bathroom?
it's all over Twitter.
Oh, no.
See, you didn't see it? It just, like, obviously, again, so the thing about Lisa is that she doesn't do Botox, she has, like, what all us normal people will have and what we
Like, she
do
has
have.
wrinkles and
She
stuff.
has wrinkles like the crows, like and she owns it, like, she could get Botox, she could get fillers, but she's like, I don't want to." So they showed I'm, like, trying to find it, they showed her and it was just, like, a really, really bad photo, and I
I
felt
appreciate, like, that too, that she doesn't do it.
right, and then but they tried to, like they showed the worst like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't see it. It was really bad. And she doesn't look like that, but it was just, like, the lighting and everything, and I just felt really, really, really bad, but I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it, and I had just saw it. I should have screenshot it, but I figured you would have seen it. Um, so Mary walks out, and we all expected her not to participate, and Monica ends up winning. Monica had some confidence.
Yeah.
Were you a little scared? Because I was a little scared. She had some
She
confidence.
reminded me of, like, really the people from, Jerseylicious, what's it called?
Yeah, Jerseylicious. I love
Yeah.
that show, dude. I was
Uh-huh.
obsessed with that show. When it got canceled, I was destroyed. It was like The
You
Real
think they should
Housewives.
have been born in New Jersey.
I know, right? Because I was so into that. So but you would think that Monica would be a little bit more quiet because she's a newbie, and she's, like, really out there.
I know, she really is wanting to be.
I just sent you the Lisa picture.
I know, that's I was distracted right now looking at it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
So,
that's really bad.
it's like yeah, it's like a bad shot.
Isn't Lisa in her 50s?
Lisa Barlow, let's see how old she
Because
is.
if she is, she looks great, like, if I look like that
No
in my
matter
50s.
what, she looks great. What do you
I know, but
mean?
I'm just saying, like, if you are like that in your 50s, like, I'd be happy and I haven't done any
But
Botox.
these girls do so much to their face, which I
I
don't blame them. If
know.
I was on TV, I'd probably do the same because I would be so insecure because look, now everyone's putting this photo of her all over Twitter, and, it would make you so insecure, so avoid it by freaking fixing those flaws, which sucks. We should be, like, celebrating that she isn't, and she's responding on Twitter, and she's telling everyone, and I love it, and I love it, and I don't care, and I'm like, "Well, good for her." But I am dying when they're all eating before they go out, and Mary again is alone, and things are so awkward. And Lisa says, "Everyone's being quiet." And Mary is like, "Everyone's being quiet to me this entire time." So Lisa's like, "Come on, let's hang." And Mary is like, No, don't try to
Th
be fake with me." And I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh my God."
this is where it's too much for Mary. I'm just like, "Wait, she's really just being nice and saying like, 'Oh my god, no, like, let's hang out.'" It's like, "No, I know what you're doing." I'm like, "What
Yeah.
whoa."
But this is what I mean again about the confessionals, because usually a housewife will be like, okay. And then in the confessionals, they'll be like, yeah, look how she's fake with me. And,
Yeah.
so I'm like, but sometimes it's just too much, you guys. It's too much.
Like, it's too much for for Lisa, like, the receiving person. It's like, for us
Right.
watching it, we're dying laughing, but for someone to receive it, I would literally, like, wanna go in a corner and crawl.
Yeah. I stan Lisa, which I know is a controversial thing. I've always felt that from season one. I don't get why Monica is coming for my girl Lisa. Whitney, Angie, and Monica, they're talking about how awkward it just was with the girls, who are getting freshened up. And Monica just keeps coming for Lisa. Even when Whitney was like, I would have hoped Meredith would have participated because she was hosting, Monica makes it about Lisa again and calls her insecure for just being, comfortable
Yeah.
with just her everyday look. And I'm like, calm down.
That's the thing, it's like, there was 2 other people who didn't participate, so why are you giving them a pass and not Lisa?
Exactly. Why are like are obsessed with Meredith at this point? We can see it. And Meredith did the exact same thing. And then yeah, Meredith is the one hosting. I just don't see what's wrong with that. I my biggest thing, and Chanel, you always say this too, is when you look good, you feel good. So why do something where you're not going to feel your best, and then you're on national TV? If that
And
makes someone insecure, then oh well.
and if they let me and then also, they're letting Miri do what she wants. She's sitting in the car, they're letting her do what she wants, so let other
Right,
people
not
do the
saying
same, like,
anything. Yeah.
they really are grown-ass women to be able to pick and decide what they wanna do.
PS, I got a DM from a Mormon and I'm so mad because I can't find it. And just because we get so many DMs and because I actually do respond to people's DMs. So like I lose DMs. And she's from Utah. And she literally told me that Heather was exaggerating everything. And I need to find the DM because it was so interesting. But she was like, the reason that Lisa isn't so intense is because there's like certain levels. Ugh, I don't have it, so I don't want to say too much because I next time I'm gonna like write down her name on a piece of paper so I can search the DM. But she was just telling me so many interesting things and how Heather is absolutely exaggerating everything when it comes to being a Mormon. So I just thought that was interesting. Anyways, they get in the Sprinter bus and they bring up who is a wet noodle. And Monica comes for Lisa again and says, I'm surprised you didn't dress up. Keep in mind, she's sitting next to Meredith and Mary, who definitely did not dress up. And Lisa's like, I went all out. And, it was nice to see at that moment, Meredith, she did actually stick up for Lisa. And even Mary
Well,
chimed in.
it's just because she didn't do it though.
Right, and they were just like but still, at least they didn't stay quiet, and they were like, "Everyone," and both of them said, "Everyone can dress how they want." And it's like, yeah, everyone can. And Lisa says she's a team player, she always participates, and then Monica gets emotional, and she's like, "Lisa, honestly, what it is, it's the ring. I think you're tone deaf." And I am just so not agreeing with Monica here. Just because Lisa has money, it doesn't mean we should knock her down for it if she gets upset that she lost something. Just because, like, Chanel, again, if we lost like $2,000 or something that's worth $2,000, we would be distraught. But it's like, why do we spend something that was $2,000? Like, that's okay. I don't know. It's bothering so much. Again, if Lisa has insurance, then it's obviously fine. But I'm just not understanding Monica compare the two.
I just think it's weird how she approached this situation. And she got all emotional. It's like, are you
It was
okay?
scary. It was scary, you
Yeah,
guys.
it
It
was,
was so
and then she started
scary.
screaming. It's like,
It
what
had
are you
nothing to
trying
do
to
with that.
say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And then
think
also,
oh,
do
go
you
ahead.
not know the group of ladies you walked into? You didn't walk into like a book club where people like don't have money. You know that you know
Mhm.
who you're coming up against.
I think Monica is trying to make Lisa out to be this like bad person who's not relatable and that she's so fortunate compared to most of America. And I don't know how to explain it, but she's trying to label her a certain way. And I'm not down for it because I think Lisa is a good person and she really does want to do good. Don't come at me. But I think anyone would have been upset with the ring. And she does have a good heart and she's not trying to compare herself. She's not looking down at people who are less than her. She's just focusing on her.
Yeah, she's just more of like to me it comes off more like she's a show off like with her stuff and it's like that can come off annoying, but I don't think she does what anything that Monica was saying.
Well, Lisa responds, and I like to respond. She says, I don't think I'm perfect. My life isn't perfect, but guess what? I work my ass off and I'm not going to apologize for being me. And I don't think she should. And that's why I'm respecting Lisa because they always come at her for these little things. And she never knows how to handle herself. And I feel like she's finally at a point where she's like, I'm done apologizing for being how I am.
I know, but sometimes it's just like even when she's like, I'm head to toe with Isabel Marant. Like no one stop labeling. Like no one needs to know your labels. Like when you're
Yeah, that
rich,
is
people know
annoying.
it. Like you
Yeah.
don't hear Lisa Vanderpump and like Kyle Richards always saying their name brands on their whole on their head to toe. It's like we know what you're wearing. You're fine.
Yeah, like this is coming from me who's like, I don't know any designer,
And you
so
don't
I would
need to
never
know. Who
know.
cares? As long
Right,
as you look
right.
good, you're
Yeah.
good.
But Lisa's over it, and I think again, it's because every season people come for her, and she's always has to defend herself, and she's always apologetic. But now she's like, I'm not going to be apologetic. Monica labels her shallow, and she keeps going in, and Angie then involves herself, and I love that Angie did this because Angie looks at Monica and she's like, Monica. And Monica gets so mad. She gets so heated. It was the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen
Yes.
on the show. We see Monica go in on Angie when she was talking to Meredith the day before. And now Angie is doing what Monica did to her by saying Monica. Basically, that's all she said. She didn't even do what Monica did to her. Monica was so much worse. And Monica is like losing it that Angie even chimed in a little bit. So imagine if roles were reversed the day before.
I know.
Isn't it crazy how quick we can change our thoughts? Like, one second we're
Episode
like,
to
"Oh my
episode.
gosh."
It's so
Yeah.
episode to episode.
Winnie says in her confessional she isn't feeling Monica, and right now I'm not either. And if this is gonna be a thing where she just, you know, if it's gonna be just about I just lost my train of thought.
What was weird is, like, how we don't see, like, Heather and Whitney say anything. It's like they really don't say anything on the bus. They're just, like, letting her, like,
I know.
just go like, crazy on her.
I mean, but, like, at least she said in her confessional she's not feeling her. But see, that's yeah, like, confessional
Yeah.
girl. So, they go to the club, and again, Mary doesn't come in.
You know what? They
I
probably feel a little relieved sometimes. Wouldn't you if you have,
I know, absolutely. I'd be
so
like,
they're like,
"Alright, yeah,
"Uh-huh,
stay
yeah, girl,
back.
stay in your
Stay
car."
back. Uh-huh. Stay back. I don't want your energy around me because
Yes.
it's a dark cloud. Stay back." Lisa confronts Monica and it's going nowhere. I think Monica was just looking for something. Whitney confronts Meredith about not getting into drag, but can I note that I loved Meredith's makeup? I thought her makeup looked the best I've ever seen it. Is that weird?
Oh, wow, okay.
I thought it looked so pretty.
I don't think I paid attention that much because, like, everyone else was just
Well, I don't know if it was just good lighting, but to me, her makeup looked so freaking good. Um, Chantel, you there? Did we lose you?
Yeah, no, I'm here, I'm here.
Chantel, so Chantel needs to move out, you guys. I'm over this. I'm so over this. Um, Winnie then says Meredith basically didn't do a good job planning the trip and she felt that she should have done more. And Meredith is like, I did my best and I had a headache. And Winnie keeps going. And honestly, who cares if they did not participate? I think this whole thing is so stupid. Stupid. I go stupideth. Meredith, stupideth. Uh, Meredith really was the one hosting. So if she didn't want to do exactly what you wanted her to do, then so be it. And Winnie basically calls her out for the 3-year-old, which I don't even know this 3-year-old situation. Like, I'm not catching on to what this is. And Meredith sees red and she's like, don't you go there.
When she gets mad, it's scary.
No, it's like kind of psycho. I don't think it's
Yeah.
scary. It's like, oh my gosh, someone give her some meds. And Meredith has been having these moments, and I just think we're all scare at this point. We all are. And she's like, "You take a sick child." And I'm like, "Who's the sick child? Like, who are we talking about?" It was hard for me to follow.
It's because, like, I think the last episode she, like, brought up, like, how she's going through so much. She has, like, this little kid, so then Whitney's like, "You always make up these random, like, things that are happening to you." So, like, that's why she brought it up again.
Yeah. Meredith is like, "Don't you dare," and Winnie follows her, and she starts taunting her. I don't like this. I don't That's like what Tamara did in Orange County. I don't like when someone goes and taunts someone. Winnie says, "Every time someone works through something with you, you try to make an excuse." And Meredith says, "Yesterday I had to deal with a pit bull," referring to Angie. Oh, a pit bull. I'm like, "What's a pit bull?" I wrote pit bull, referring to Angie. And Angie hears it and confronts her, and Monica is just going in on Angie. Angie called Meredith a name, and Monica's like, "Oh my gosh," doing that annoying thing again. And Angie responds, "You literally just called Lisa a piece of shit," and says, "Well, I said it in Portuguese." And Monica says, "I said it in Portuguese. Like, it's prettier." And the hypocrisy, I just can't take it. I truly can't.
Just watching this whole argument, I wanted to pull my hair out.
Oh my god. I just know I saw a different side of Monica in this episode. I feel like it won't last and we'll like her again, but she's really coming for Angie and Lisa for no reason. And Monica says in her confessional there is nothing wrong because they bring up Monica's the one who brings up Jen Shaw because I think Lisa put her hand in front of her and she was like, "Don't do that like Jen Shaw." And then they all talk about how she was Jen Shaw's assistant. And there's nothing wrong with being an assistant. And she was obviously Jen Shaw's assistant and she's trying to erase that from her memory because she literally did it for free.
Which is weird. Why? Because she likes the clout or something? I don't know. Jen Shaw could have been persuasive, so
Yeah, but like also it's Jen Shah and she's on Salt Lake City and she for some reason was like the most talked about out of all of them. So, if people want to come on the show. So it's like, oh, Jen Shah, if I'm around you, maybe I can.
did you see
Um,
how Angie said to Meredith, "You're trampling with eyes"? Like, what kind of insult was
no,
that?
wait, I didn't understand that. And everyone
No,
was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, wait, what?
like, I think she's trying to say, like, her face is so flat, but I don't get
Okay.
it because her face doesn't look flat to me.
So she's like a pancake. I don't know.
I don't know.
That was weird, and, like,
Very weird.
I rewinded it because they were like and I was like, "Oh my gosh, let me rewind this, like, let me see what she actually just said to her," and then I was like, "A trampoline with eyes," and I was like, "What?" I didn't get that.
I didn't
Um,
either.
yeah,
Someone help
so
us. Let me search this insult.
yeah, trampoline with eyes. Overall, you guys, this episode, I liked it. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it, but Monica and even Winnie. Winnie was a lot this episode too, and I wasn't feeling that. I don't know. Is there anything else that you have to say about Salt Lake City?
No, no, I was good with it.
Okay, wow. We know you don't. Okay, we know you're like, I'm over this. So,
I mean, we said what we need to say.
okay, damn. All right, let's talk Orange County. What'd you think of this episode?
Oh, okay. This is not even me being negative because, like, whatever, but this episode was not a great finale. But I'm happy it's over because I am ready for reunion time.
Yeah, I feel like the reunion's not gonna do us justice, though. Basically, what I've seen on the previews, I'm like, "None of this is good. I need more accountability to have happened," and I feel like I'm not gonna get that, and I hate that. But, yeah, this episode, I know I've been, like, praising Orange County, but I'm like, this episode was so annoying to me. It was the same thing over and over again, and I was fed up.
I
But
was
I'm
so
all
done.
yeah. Well, I was all
It basically was Heather against
everyone,
everybody.
which
Yeah.
has been every episode. It's literally been every episode. And I don't like that, like, no one has her back, like, at least there's always one person who should have their back, and no, we haven't really seen that, and I'm so fed up with Shannon and Emily this season, so I skipped their part immediately in the beginning because I was just like, "I don't even wanna hear from you 2."
Oh, they didn't even say anything
Okay, good. Well, so
except
how
except that they got there was an injury in Mexico.
alright, no one cares. So Halloween is around the corner, which literally, you guys, Halloween is literally around the corner, and it's so crazy because this was a year ago, and, the
You know
ladies
what's a good Halloween costume outfit idea for couples if anybody wants one?
okay, tell us.
I think it's so good. It might be so good. Okay, you know how there's that meme of Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber and how Hailey Bieber's like hot wearing this dress, like the strawberry dress,
And he's wearing
and
a sweater.
yeah, like and he like your guy would be wearing like this like tracksuit.
Yeah, okay, I
So
can
cute.
see
And then you
that.
just like, take a picture and put it up like, that you're doing that. People would love it.
I can see Gen Z doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, they're all probably gonna do that.
I've already
So
tried to have my fiance and he said, "Hell no."
wait, that would be so good if you guys did that. Oh
I
my
know, I wanted
gosh, yeah.
to.
Tell him
And she
that
would
everyone on the podcast thinks he should.
okay.
Yeah. Um, why? What are you doing for Halloween?
No, nothing yet, but sometimes it'll come up. You have to have like your outfits planned just in case.
Oh, Chantal threw a Halloween party last year, and she didn't even talk to us the entire time, so
I mean, I'm hosting.
that's the problem, like, Chantal has way too many friends, so whenever we're around her with her friends, like, she doesn't see us.
Well, because I'm hosting, I'm going around other things, and then you guys just go to your like cousins. Like, how about you talk to other people? Like, get out
We
of your comfort
do.
zone.
We
No.
do. Okay. And don't get me started on Chantal's engagement party because the same thing happened there. That's why I was like, you guys also, that's why I was like, if I get pregnant, like Chantal's not even going to see me at her wedding because she's going to be so distracted by her friends.
Well, yeah,
So,
if I'm the main center,
which
if
you
I'm
are.
hosting, it's hard. It's you're not gonna just talk to one person.
Right.
You
I
do the
feel
same
like,
thing.
yeah, I barely have anything. So, no, I don't.
Even at your
But
kids' birthday parties, you're talking, "Oh, I can go there." You talk to your friends.
yeah, because I feel bad.
Okay.
Right, exactly, but that's my whole thing. Yeah, it's a everyone thing. Like, I
Yeah.
knew if I got pregnant, I was like, "Dude, Chantel's, like, barely gonna see me at her wedding because she's gonna, like,
That's
wanna
not
talk
the
to her
point, though. That's
friends."
not the point. I'm gonna be
Shut
dancing, and
up.
I should if I look out, I should see you right next to me the whole time. Like,
Right, and you
you need to be
will.
next to me. That's it.
Okay, yeah, and you will.
Thank you.
And then you're gonna be like, "Excuse me, let me go talk to my friends." Like, "Relax.
No.
I'm scared of you." Um, anyways, sorry, a lot of the truth just came out. Okay. So, okay, so the ladies are picking why are you laughing? Because it's so true though. We me and her, it's so funny. Let me just say something, you guys. Me and Chantel's sister, Chloe, and Chloe works for Chantel. We both or works with her, and we both like every time leave together. And we're like the closest with Chantel. We always like leave because we're like, okay, well, Chantel's like doing her own thing. So like let's go now. So I just had to say that.
And the thing is, though, you guys, I would never do that to them. I would stay to the last person, even though I wasn't getting attention.
Um, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
debatable. You leave my kids' parties right away.
No, I clean your kids' parties. How about that?
You you do that, but you do that for everyone though, so
No.
it's not like you're just doing that for me. You literally do that for everyone. You're like the mom, and I'm like, well, if that's what your prerogative, then
No,
you
no,
do
no,
that.
that's not true.
Yeah, I swear it is. Okay, so actually, just one more thing. Chantal has said multiple times to all of her cousins, she's so scary. Like, she's like, "Don't invite me to your kid's party. Like, I don't want to come to your kid's party." Like, you guys, she has a problem with kids.
You
She
guys, I
really
mean,
does. does.
no, I love kids, I'm obsessed with them, and I love seeing them, but, like, your guys' birthday parties for your kids, they're boring, so get something more fun, and then I'll come.
Well, Jack's birthday party, I made a mimosa bar, and it was like a pool party, and I felt like his party was actually fun.
Yeah, I loved that, I had a great time,
Yeah, see the
other than it
I
rained, but, like, when
okay,
it's, like, at
Chantel,
someone's
don't bring
house
that
and, like
up. Are you kidding? That was the
I
most
know,
traumatizing day of
when
my
it's at
life.
someone's house and I don't have kids, you guys, so, like, when I have kids, I'm gonna love them, I can't wait for them, but when I don't have kids, like, who wants to go to them?
Yeah, I agree, that is so annoying. I don't like going to things that, like, I can't relate to type. I don't know if that
And
makes
you guys
sense.
all have kids, so, like, imagine 10 birthday parties a year, it's a lot.
I know. She, like, dead ass, like, when it's, like, her nephew or niece's birthday, she's like, "Dude, I don't even wanna go."
You know, I
So
didn't even go to my nephew's birthday this year.
I know. I swear she hates it. And it's literally once a year, dude. You're so evil, but
I
I get
just
it.
said there's 10 kids, like, it's a lot.
I know. Okay, so anyways, let's go back to OC for real, for real. So they're picking costumes, and Tamara asks if Gina needs help, and she says, "Well, can you fix Heather Dubrow?" And immediately, I'm over it. Immediately, I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not. Should I even watch this? Because I can't watch an episode like this again."
All
And
I know is, Tamara's an evil clown, which so suits her, so
oh my
good job
gosh,
picking that.
yeah, she did. Yeah, that is so true. And she's such a clown. Oh my gosh, evil. Every type of clown you can think about, but she's
Everything.
literally a clown. I love Heather's rental, by the way. They're renting a house in OC to not disrupt the kids' school year. And Terry comes home, and Heather tells Terry how she was attacked the entire Mexico trip. And Terry's shocked that Gina believed Tamara regarding Gina being a liar and or a loser. Was it a loser?
Loser.
Yeah. And Gina's explanation for that is so obnoxious. She's like in her confessional, well, Tamara doesn't lie. Since when did anyone establish that Tamara doesn't lie? And
Same, I was so confused with this.
right, and since when does Heather lie? I'm so confused. The fact that Gina would believe Tamara over Heather tells me Gina is doing this just for show. She literally sacrificed her friendship with Heather Dubrow for the show.
I know. 'Cause
Heather's
one thing we do know about Tamara is that she's always stirring the shin, always lying, and
always
she's always
lying,
mixing up her
manipulating,
words.
yep, everything. I mean, we see it at the end of the episode, like literally loud and clear. Heather says everyone is scared of Tamara, but so is Heather. I feel like finally Heather is done. Obviously, at the
Yes.
end of this episode, she's like, I'm done. I'm not scared of no one. But I just don't know how these ladies haven't went off. Tamara literally, to me, Chantal, is Margaret from Jersey.
Oh my god, I swear.
Yeah. Emily says
But
that
I
she
feel like she doesn't have the MO, like I mean, she doesn't have all the ammo like
I
Margaret
mean, look at all
does.
the shit that she had on Jen right
I
now.
know, that's true.
And I do feel like Tamara will get you to a point where you start telling her stuff off camera and she'll try to be friends with you. And then, it's not like Tamara has no life outside of the show. So when they're not filming, she's still hanging out with these people and still trying with these people because she has nothing outside of the show.
And you know what? She's been doing it for so long too. It's like I'm sure you're gonna learn a few
Yeah.
things.
Emily says that she believes Heather called her a loser because Tamara admits to things, and I am just confused. There's been multiple seasons. Tamara doesn't own shit. She'll just end up being exposed at the reunion. She literally waits for the reunion when she has no other choice to own up to her things, and by then she twists it.
But to me, it's like, so what? People can say the craziest things to you, but if they apologize and they own up to it, you respect them for it. I'm very confused
Yeah.
here.
Oh my gosh. Shannon wants to basically have an intervention with
Bye.
yeah, with Heather. Literally, and it's all laughable at this point. These ladies look like fools. You literally have Tamara manipulating the ladies, and Gina looks like the biggest jackass of all.
No,
So,
literally anything Shannon says, I don't even care.
oh my gosh, I loved Shannon, and I cannot stand Shannon anymore. I'm unfollowing her on Instagram. Like, I cannot stand her. Tamara says Heather wants to destroy people, and that was so immature of me. I'm just saying. Tamara says Heather wants to
Don't kick
just
her while she's
I
down.
know, I know. 'Cause then I thought about her DUI in my head. So she says Heather wants to destroy people, and it's getting to a point where we can't even acknowledge this anymore because it's so
to
stupid.
to me, it's more just like Tamara. Just because you say something does not mean it's true. So,
100%.
like, and that's everything she does is like she says something like it's facts.
Uh-huh, absolutely. And well, these people fall for it, and that's the
Like,
problem.
when does Heather ever want to destroy you? When
Yeah, exactly. She's never done anything. We can't even come up with one example.
you
And
want to
that's
destroy her?
and that's probably the problem here is that we don't have any examples. Like Tamara has nothing, so she's trying to just get the ladies like against her and riled up. Well, Gina does text Heather for a sit down, And, I'm like, "Okay, Heather, you don't even meet with her, but whatever." And Tamara gets asked to be on the cover of a magazine for Women of the Year, and anyone who will give Tamara that title is most likely not legit. I'm sorry, I said
Well,
it.
wasn't there like other like 10 other girls? So
It
it's not
doesn't
like she's
matter, Tamara was in the center, and to me, that was enough.
well, it's just clout.
I guess, yeah, because 'cause it'll give give 'em attention, but, like,
Mhm.
to be called Women of the Year and then put Tamara's face on it, it's like, "Wait, what?" I don't know, I don't see it. Anyways, Jen is making dinner, and everything she said was so relatable because I am Jen. Again, I cook the same things on rotation, then I DoorDash, and I wanna see more of her kids, no? Do you?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. Jen confronts Ryan, and we all know Ryan's a fuckboy. We find out that he slept with someone when they were on a break, and he's all like, "Jen, if you wanna move forward, why do you keep bringing things up?" But this is the first time Jen heard any of this, and you're admitting to it, and I'm just
No,
like, "Oh
no,
my god."
no, they've always known about this one girl that he slept with when they were on a
Oh,
break.
I thought this was a new
No,
girl.
no, she wouldn't. Ew, if that was a new one and she acted that casual, I would go crazy. But it was the same one.
Oh.
He was just saying to her like, I've only slept with this girl once when I was when we were on the break.
Oh, okay, then that's annoying for him. Like, you've already discussed this on
Yeah.
camera, but I get it. Like, I feel bad for Jen because she's like, dude, everyone's gonna think I'm the worst because I left my husband for a guy like this, and she just wants to nip it under the bud. What is it? Is that the saying? Oh my gosh, you guys.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All
There's
right.
another one though, like with something like sweep it under the door or something.
Yeah, that's not what I was saying though, but
But nip in the butt is is
oh, nip it in the
for
butt. Nip it in the
yeah.
butt. I said bud. Okay. Wow. Ooh, sorry, guys. Sorry. I think a lot of people, though, can relate to Jen when it comes to finances because it never crossed her mind to look into it. And for example, me, I am so lazy and I have multiple businesses and I have my husband do it because I just want him to do everything. And after this episode, I was like to my husband, I want to start paying the bills. And then I thought about it and I was like, never mind.
No, but you should at least know where the money is going and like always look at the W-2s maybe at the end of the year just to make sure what they're making is what they
Oh,
say they're
wow.
making. Like that's what you look at your tax returns when you get them back, all that stuff. You should be on top of it.
I know, I literally hate dealing
But
with
what
that
I'm
stuff.
confused is though, doesn't her ex-husband work for their family? So like why does she not have money for that?
I thought, well, I think she does have money from that. So I
Oh.
think their divorce just hasn't been settled. So like we don't know how much she's gonna get.
Okay.
I don't know, to be quite honest. I know on paper Ryan isn't the greatest, but I really hope for Jen's sake he doesn't hurt her.
Yeah, we'll see about that one.
Okay. Shannon talks about the confrontation with Heather and she says Heather has an explanation for everything. And isn't that how it's supposed to be? Like I'm confused.
Same.
When Shannon tells John the story, because 'cause they're at dinner and oh my gosh, this back to being scare,
Wait,
everything about his demeanor.
why does John not pretend for camera?
Right, like, at least, like, if you know that everyone's saying this shit behind your back to Shannon on camera, at least pretend like you like her on camera. What the hell's your problem?
Take the bite. Like she's like, bite
Right.
this. It's like, no.
Oh, he's like, "No." I said, "No." Like, he's so annoyed, and I get that. We've all been there, huh? But, like, it's like, "Oh my gosh." Like, we're only there if we're just, like, truly annoyed with that person, but I don't know, you guys. I don't know. He's not a good guy. He's not for her, and he's just not that into her, and that's all that it is.
Even
Uh,
for the Halloween party, I think he was like, I don't want to wear this hat. It's like everything's just complaining.
he's the worst. Like, oh my gosh. She's just with him because she doesn't want to be alone. So Shannon is doing a colonic system and
Colonic.
oh colonic system. I'm
I've
over
done it. It's
this.
fine.
I'm okay. And she died at the fact, and I died at the fact that Jen can't potty on vacation because that's literally Chantel and I.
Uh
We
huh.
cannot use the bathroom on vacation. As soon as we fly up air and we land, even if we're in up north though, we just cannot use the bathroom. Like it's like our bodies know we're home. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the worst feeling ever. And Chantel, Tamara has absolute shit problems because she has gotten the sweats on camera multiple times.
That
If you
was
guys
the only
watch,
time I've liked Tamra. Was like back
I
in the
know.
day when she would
She'd
like acted
always
that
get the
way.
sweats or she would need to stop and poop somewhere. Always, always, always. And she even said, she's like, "I literally crap 7 times a day." And that's like I'm envious of people like that. I truly am because like, you flush out your system.
I know you probably feel good.
I swear. Heather shows Gina proof that Tamara called Gina a loser, and Gina still defends Tamara. And this was probably the most annoying episode of Orange County yet. I know, again, I said this is a good season. I'm over it at this point. Gina says that Tamara did call her a loser, but why wouldn't Heather defend her? And again, why aren't we mad at Tamara? All this time that Tamara has been saying things about Heather, why hasn't anyone defended Heather? Heather is over Tamara, never being held accountable. And we legit see examples of Tamara taking each relationship Heather has had and trying to ruin it.
And it's like, even if she did defend you, would you believe her? Because
Right.
everything she's saying, you're saying you don't believe anything she's saying. So it's like, what is it?
Yeah. Well, it's the Halloween party. Very impressed with Gina. She definitely went broke for this party.
Yeah.
But Bravo did Shannon so dirty with her like intro photo of the Halloween party. I was so scared of that. Chanel, you need to pay attention to the details because you probably didn't pay attention to that photo either.
No, I did, but like I don't like think of it like, oh my God, she got dirty. I just don't think Shannon's that cute. So
Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, so Gina's husband Matt and his girlfriend Brittany come, which that's good that they're all getting along. Do you think it's weird that Gina invited Matt, Chantel?
Oh yeah.
Right. I know. My whole thing is every time she talks about Matt in
She
confessionals
just
and
like
says,
loves him. So it's just
right,
like weird.
she says how great things are, and then she'll cry, which makes me think she is still very much into Matt and misses that life, even though when she was with him, he wasn't the best. And now I think he is his best, but with someone else, and that hurts her.
Yeah, to me it's like you can invite people like if it was your kid's birthday party or your kids are involved, of course invite your significant other, especially or your ex if like you have a good relationship, good co-parenting, but it's like an adult party. You don't need to have him there.
And what about
I would feel
Gina's
that way if I was her
boyfriend?
ex. Yeah.
Like Gina's boyfriend is just there.
Yeah. There's a
We're
lot of those guys.
Yeah, like walk away, dude. Like what? I don't know. You can tell that to me at least, this is just my opinion. Gina doesn't look fulfilled. She absolutely doesn't look fulfilled, and that's why she keeps having these crying sessions when she talks about Matt. So Gina tells Emily she thinks Heather is coming. And I shockingly appreciate Gina in the scene because she tells Emily, listen, I love you, but I think you're being very aggressive with Heather. And Emily is like, well, she called us losers. And Gina says, actually, Heather showed me a podcast episode where Tamara called all of us losers. And again, this is where these girls lose me because then they're like, well, who cares? Tamara always talks shit. And Heather should say sorry. And
What?
I
I was
can't.
so confused.
I
Same.
can't. I can't. I was like, this episode has been the worst episode I've ever seen. Tamara joins the girls and she sees Gina is backing Heather and she doesn't like it. So Tamara does what, Heather says that she's been doing all season. She tries to make the other ladies think Heather is this horrible person because she's like, shit. Even in her confessional, she's like, oh, Heather turned Gina. And it's like, what? Um, Even Heather's costume bothers everyone, and it's literally because she looks so damn good. Like,
I
this
know.
woman can't
It's
do
like,
anything
why are you
right.
guys so jealous?
Right, and, Shannon's like a fortune cookie or whatever the hell she is, and she's like, "It's looking foggy looking at my future with Heather," because I don't know if we have one, and it's crazy how things turn because Shannon is probably eating her words and trying to get in Heather's good graces now because they've all gotten so much backlash after the season.
Good.
I know. Shannon and Tamara discuss how the brunch went with Heather, and Tamara's trying to make Heather look bad. But in her confessional, Tamara says Heather doesn't want to be her enemy. And it's like, why doesn't she want to be your enemy? And I swear this episode just pissed me off.
Yo, you just sound like Gina?
Oh gosh. Ew, that sucks. Anyways, Taylor's drunk as F, and I don't know. Tamara's hyped her up, but they feel like Heather not coming back to them at the hotel and staying in her room was shitty. But Taylor is literally just wasted and she doesn't even know what she was saying. And it was too much. It was too much.
I know, I was kind of confused about what they're really mad about, but then I guess when Jen confronted Heather about the
Yeah.
situation, like
Hmm.
Heather could have just said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I fell asleep. Like I didn't really mean to." But she was like, "You guys are so silly." Like that's the only time I really think Heather should have just said, "Okay, sorry, my bad."
But she did to Taylor because Taylor's drunk ass confronts Heather, and Heather's like, I literally just fell asleep. And we actually see footage of Heather passed out, not at all cozy. Like she looked like she just passed out unexpectedly. And Heather says, I fell asleep. And it matched up completely. Like, I think what it is like Heather knows her shit. Everything is always checked out. And that pisses people off, but it's the
Yeah.
truth,
Uh-huh.
Like even her saying, I literally just fell asleep. Like I just put my phone down and fell asleep. And you see her so uncomfortable, not in her blankets, like arch, like she just fell asleep. And Taylor's losing this argument because she's drunk. And
Yeah.
I died at Heather's confessional where she mocked Taylor and like moved her mouth around in 10 different ways. I was dying. And I appreciate how Jen confronted Heather and how they resolved things. And this is why I am team Jen because she always handles herself with so much class, you know?
And she put the blame back on herself, like, "Maybe I'm the problem too," so that's always that's
Right. In her
we give
confessional, she's
points for
like,
self-awareness.
yeah, like she's like, why would she try to be close? Like, this is all she knows of me. And I'm like, okay, see, I can respect that. Emily and Heather are having a moment, and Emily is like, looks at, and I hate when people do this, by the way. And she looks at Heather and she's like, I love you. And again, I hate that because Emily, she has been so harsh all season. And now you suddenly love her. And Heather isn't
Literally, the way you were so on guard and so scared, and I was
right.
so pissed about this. Like,
Mhm.
Emily, you look like the fakest person on this whole
Exactly.
season.
And Heather, she isn't receptive, which I respect, but they go back and they talk and Heather brings up why Emily would trust Tamra when she talks shit about her being a party planner, not really practicing law. And the whole time Heather is talking, Tamra is literally stalking her every move because she doesn't want the other girls to be good with her.
She was so scared.
And Emily breaks down and gives us a story about how her and her sister were growing up. And I feel like deep down, Heather is like us. And she's like, KK bullshit. This has nothing to do with us.
Like, the fact okay, really? Like, the fact that one word "loser" made you get that emotional?
Oh my gosh. I know. She's like, I work so hard not to be a loser. And it's like, you're not. So whatever. The only person who is attacking her in her name on the wrong person. Tamara, Tamara sees Heather get good with Emily and Gina, and it kills her. This whole party, Tamara has not been able to stop staring at Heather. She thinks Heather is trying to rally the troops against her. And the reason she thinks this is because she's the POS in real life. Everything always leads back to her, and she doesn't want it to turn on her. She's scared because she knows what she's caused this entire season.
Or everything Tamara was saying about Heather is literally how Tamara's personality is. So it's like you're just
Exactly.
calling out yourself.
Well, that's what yeah, I said that. I said Tamara's trying to convince us and
Mhm.
has been trying to convince us all season long that Heather Dubrow is the worst villain of them all. And the only villain on the show for the last 10 plus years has been Tamara, who has thrown every single friend she's ever had under the bus. She has stirred all the drama, and she is behind every bad thing that's happened among the friend group.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tamara approaches Emily and Gina, and Emily tells them what Heather said that Tamara said about her not being an attorney and just a party planner. And of course, Tamara's the biggest liar. She lies because she is seriously a pathological liar. And she says she didn't say that, despite us just seeing a scene of her saying that. And she approaches Heather like, "Are you effing kidding
And
me?"
then you know what she's gonna say is like, "I didn't remember saying that." Okay.
Right, right. And the best thing Heather did, the way Heather responds and reacts to people is incredible. We all need to take tips. And it was so beautiful. Heather's like, I don't want to do this. And she's like, and Tamara keeps trying to argue with her. And Heather shuts her up by saying, you have your own version of the truth, and I'm not interested in it. And I'm like, damn, I'm gonna start using that. I'm gonna start saying
Yep.
that. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say that. Like whenever my husband bothers me, I'm gonna be like, you have your own version of the truth and I'm not interested in it. And he would die. He'd be like, wait, what? Um, but I stan Terry Dubrow, by the way. This
He's the
episode
best husband.
he absolutely is. This episode made me love him because I don't think Terry should get involved and fight Heather's battle. And honestly, she doesn't need him to. She can hold her own. But if this was like the husbands from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, like Princess Gorga, he would legit spill a drink on a female and get involved. But instead, Terry kindly asked Gina and Emily if they will help his wife. And I thought that was so cute. Take notes, Princess Gorga. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. And then the girls were like, she doesn't even need our help. And he's like, you're right. Like, she can hold her own. And I love that. And because, like, Terry knows Tamara, and he could look at Tamara and be like, Tamara, what are you doing? And he didn't
Exactly. He
say
could he could have
anything.
inserted himself so easily and be
Uh
like, "You're
huh.
what are you doing to my wife? I'm sick of
Yeah,
this."
I know. Heather handled herself so well. She shuts Tamara up, and Tamara's like to Emily, "You really think I said that?" And I'm just like over the lies. Like she literally lies to people's face. And I want to be Heather because she's so unfazed. She holds her own. But towards the end, and she was still having a good time. Like she wasn't gonna leave. She wasn't gonna walk away. Like she had a smile on her face. Gina was like, I hate to ask you this, but will you take a group picture? And, Heather's like, "Of course I will." Like, she's so unfazed, and I need to be like that. I'm like, "You know
Yeah,
what? I
like,
need to be
even
like that."
even when she walks in, like, always seems like anytime her and Terry are just, like, gonna go somewhere, it's like they're going no matter what, and they're gonna have a good time with each other,
Exactly. It
and,
doesn't
like, the
matter what's gonna
and
happen.
that's amazing.
Can you tell Tamara and Eddie are absolutely not into each other?
Yeah, something's going on with them, which would be sad since, like, they
100%.
yeah.
You could feel it, even her eye contact. I truly feel like they have something arranged at this point. Like, they are not happy with each other. That passion, the honeymoon phase, obviously way done and over with, but I don't think that they are into each other. And I think it's shitty that we don't see a glimpse of their real relationship. Like, yeah, she joked about him being annoying, but we don't actually see what's going on.
I feel like we might if she continues to stay.
She will. She'll get another
Yeah.
one. So, absolutely. But I'm excited for the reunion. I don't know how excited I am because again, I like looked at the reunion preview and it wasn't that impressive. Like it didn't look like they were holding the girls accountable like they should have.
Well, I'm just curious to see what Tamara has to say with Jen, like, in that whole thing, and then also
Yeah,
with Heather, with everyone, with the ladies, so they all feel stupid.
right. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was a good episode, y'all. It was I mean, it wasn't a good
Yeah,
episode.
I'm like,
I don't know
"What?"
why I just said that. Yeah, but that's all we got, Chantel. Anything else?
Nope, like, subscribe, comment, do your thing.
I know. Yeah, leave us a review on Apple, please. And Chanel, did you upload our most recent YouTube video? I've been so bad with that.
Yeah,
Oh, you did? Okay. I'm
I
like,
did that day.
it's like me who's the problem here with YouTube because I'm just like, it takes so long, guys. It really does take so long. So I'm lazy, but I'll upload it. I promise.
And
You
now we're
know.
doing these ad-free on Patreon if you wanna become a member for that, which is
Oh yeah, all our
cool, but
yeah. People are loving that. By the way, that it's ad free.
I know. I mean, I could sometimes, like, I would like that too, but
I
if
mean,
not, we love you guys here, so continue to
yeah.
play
Oh yeah.
us.
Yes, continue to download our episodes. We appreciate all the messages that you guys send us. We respond to everything. So don't think that we won't respond if you want to DM us.
Can we talk about whose podcast went number 1 today?
Whose podcast went number one?
Um, Travis Kelce and his brother.
The Taylor Swift guy?
Yeah, how funny. His podcast is number 1 on all shows.
Wait, okay, wow. Like, look at the effect Taylor Swift has.
I
But
know.
he has a podcast.
Yeah, well, he does have a good like, he probably goes, like, in the top 5, top 10 for the sports category because him and his brother are both NFL players, but, they have a podcast called, like, New Heights, and then I just all of a sudden, like, us, like, I'm always looking at top shows because, like, we're involved in it, so I just see number 1 and it's them, and I'm like, "What the heck? I've never seen this guy in top number 1."
Chantel's obsessed with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She used to have like
Mhm.
an unhealthy obsession with her. It's not as bad now, but she still is like obsessed with her. And I heard, so I didn't read it. I haven't had a chance to do much today, but his ex is saying that he cheated on her and she wants Taylor to know.
Yeah, it's kinda crazy because, when you do a deep dive on him, a lot of people say that he's cheated on a lot of girlfriends, so it's like, I don't like this, but
Oh
we'll
my
see.
gosh.
We'll see how this goes.
She knows how to pick them, huh?
Mhm.
To be continued here. Everyone was like, on TikTok, I was on TikTok, which I haven't been on TikTok very often, and I hate that because I love TikTok. But there was his like co-star. Wait, what are they? NFL players?
Teammates?
Yeah, I don't like football. His teammates, they were all like, "Oh my gosh, is that Taylor Swift? Oh, look at there was all of them like noticing Taylor Swift for the first time,
Like, it's
and
the
they were all
funniest
freaking
thing
out."
I've ever,
Yeah,
like, witnessed is, like, this,
yeah.
and then those memes about, like, the girls will go up to their guys and be like, "Do you know Taylor Swift put
I
Travis Kelce on
saw
the
that
map?"
on
It's the funniest
TikTok,
thing
and they
ever.
get so mad. The guys get so mad. I know, I need to tell my husband that. Actually, I don't he's not even, like, into
He's not into football or anything, so he's like,
yeah.
"Yeah, hell yeah, she did."
I know, I swear. I love that he's not into that stuff, to be quite honest, though. I'm like, "Yes, thank God," because I do not have time for my ass to be, like, at
Oh,
home with
you would
3
be so
kids,
annoyed.
with him, like, doing football drafts and da da da. Like, you all my cousins, like, do football drafts and all this stuff. I'm the only one who doesn't participate because I am unclear on what the hell's happening.
My fiance's like that. It's like I can't talk to him on Thursdays, Mondays, and Sundays. It's like I'm confused here.
I don't have time for it, I really
Yeah.
don't. Well,
But yeah.
thank you guys so much for listening. Yeah, that's all that we have. We have an episode coming on our Patreon on Sunday if you guys do decide to join us there. And we appreciate you guys. So we hope you have a good rest
And
of the week
we did do a Patreon with Kim D on hers, so that would be fun if you guys wanna listen to that.
on her podcast.
On
Yeah, on her
hers, yeah.
Patreon. Yeah, we did do that. So
I
that was
just feel like we
fun.
did a lot to this week, I was like, "What did we do?" But that was one of
I
them.
know. Yeah, it's been such an overwhelming week. But thank you guys for all your support, and we will talk to you next week. Have a good week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.